Most people buy an armchair because it looks good, especially in a photo. But they regret it 3 months later when the back starts aching or a cushion starts to sag. Now, choosing the perfect armchair is actually a science. My name is Edwin, I'm from Venice Living, and today I'm breaking down a 12-point checklist you need to ensure that your next seat isn't just a piece of furniture, but your favorite place in the house. Let's dive in. The first thing you want to do is define what is the reason for the armchair. Is it there mainly for aesthetics? Is it for reading? Do you want it to be a place where you have coffee, where you have discussions with friends? Understand what is the armchair for. One of the most important things you need to do is think about the measuring of the space. Where do you want this chair to be in your specific house? Make sure that there's enough space in the lounge, in the dining area, or wherever it is you want this chair to go. Make sure the ground has enough space. The next thing you want to do is understand how big your chair is in terms of the height and the width. So we're going to measure this one so that you know what the width is. So I'm gonna go there. I don't really want to scratch the chair, but this one is coming to about 90 centimeters or 90 millimeters in width. The height, let's go to the back. You don't really want to measure from the front, rather go through the back. So this is coming to set 93 millimeters. So now what you want to do is you want to make sure that the width of your doors, the passageways within your house, is slightly bigger than that. If the passageways in your house are shorter than 90 centimeters, this specific armchair or any armchair that you have might not necessarily go through that. So one of the tips you want to keep in mind is always measure the space. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is something called the comfort test. Now, the comfort test is you want to make sure that is a chair comfortable when you sit down. Now, when you sit over here, you want to make sure that it doesn't go too deep. It needs to be, I don't want to use the word comfortable, but it needs to be a bit rigid and a bit soft at the same time. By the way, the reason I'm looking at this phone is because if you want this specific checklist, you can go over to our website, veniceliving.co.za, and you can download the specific checklist that I'm going through in this video. Your feet, when you're seated on the chair, should rest firmly on the floor. If they're dangling, that means it's going to push pressure on your thighs. Always check the armrests. They should support your hands without making your shoulders hunch up towards your ears. Now, the difference between a basic chair and a premium one is the one that you can't necessarily see. The sturdiness and the foundation of the chair is non-negotiable. Always check for wobbling in the chair. It needs to be very hard or really needs to have a strong structure overall. Now, the next thing you want to do is check the cushions and the density of the foam, like this. Make sure that the foam and the density is up to standard. You don't want it to be too soft, and also want to make sure the fabric is one that matches with specifically what you need. So if you have kids, if you have dogs, if it's somewhere that maybe something can spill, think about that. You want to make sure that the fabric is one that you can simply clean. Make sure you save the velvet or the linen for those formal spaces where there isn't a lot of fabric. Remember, the perfect armchair is a myth. You don't need to tick all 12 boxes to find a great chair, but use this guide to specifically identify what is a must-have for your situation. If it fits 9 out of 12, you've likely found your perfect match. If you want to see our latest collection at Venice Living, you can have a look at our website where you can go and download this specific guide. You can also comment below and leave or send us a message. We hope this chair will be in your house very soon.